So on account of my job basically being to travel up and down the country and do comedy shows, I've been pretty seriously affected by the rail strikes, and I know I'm not the only person. But one thing you might not know about what's currently going on is that the striking rail workers are negotiating with the rail companies, the rail operators, and the government is facilitating those negotiations. And in fact, the government is refusing to allow the rail companies to give workers a better offer. So this idea that we cannot possibly nationalise the railways because we've got to let market forces do their thing, we don't want our government interfering in how the market runs, the government is actively doing that. And furthermore, when the rail companies are losing money as a result of the strikes, the government is compensating them for that. So the other thing is we don't want the government to have to pay for when the companies are making a loss, but that's exactly what the government is doing right now. And since we are sticking our nose into it, and since we are paying for losses made by rail companies, why not just nationalise the rail companies? And then we could also have the upsides of nationalised rail, like when there is a profit, it comes to us. And in fact, we can then choose to spend that profit doing constructive things that are for the public benefit, like running unprofitable lines where those lines actually help people and will reduce dependence on cars and planes and less environmentally friendly forms of transport. We can make sure that stations get upgraded to be accessible as efficiently as possible. We can make sure that vulnerable groups of people are paying affordable fares or no fares if that's what is best for what's going on in our society. Why are we taking all the downsides and none of the upsides? The free market wants to pay rail workers more. So if you really believe in the free market, the government needs to get its nose out and let the free market do its thing. But in the meantime, I was talking to somebody recently about the possibility of nationalising the railways, and they said, I remember when the railways were nationalised before and the sandwiches were horrible. But I think we can all agree that for the sake of getting where we want to be on time, safely, securely, efficiently, at a reasonable and affordable price, at the end of the day, we could always pack our own sandwiches, couldn't we? See you next week. Increasingly, the mainstream media is terrible at informing the public of what is really going on. I'm only able to make these videos because people are generous enough to sponsor me making them, and if you're able to be a part of that, I would hugely appreciate it. It can cost as little as $1 a month and you'll get loads of fun bonus content and lots of extras from me and my undying gratitude. I also massively appreciate it if you're able to like, share these videos and let people out there know what's going on.